Well, now that we've met each of our adventurers, let's see them meet each other. Okay,
I had these.
so you are on the street.
I wanted these.
I am on the streets.
No, I am in a light coral top. I am not naked. I would not do that.
Which band incoming?
You have to pay extra for that.
I was about to say, hey man, if that's the kind of stream we're doing, we can do it, but we better charge. Okay.
As they say in Dungeons and Daddies, this is
Dark
not a
only fan.
BDSM podcast.
I'm live streaming on OnlyFans right now.
And if you check the link tree down in the description,
you can get access to all of the Underdesk cams.
Okay, so you are on the street in Sigil. You've just freed yourself from a demi-plane that is apparently a business.
Guess how many of us are wearing pants?
All of us should be wearing pants. Please. And a well-dressed goblin walks up to you.
In pants.
In pants. He is wearing a full suit.
I'll post it for the players. This is just for the players.
You're not going to show it to everybody else?
I mean, I literally, there's copyrighted information even if I edit it in there.
Okay.
It is certainly well dressed.
Yes.
Like Goblin Bill Murray.
Okay, so that walks up to me.
Yes, even though he is perfectly and immaculately dressed, he does have on what you would consider an adventuring belt. But instead of a sword and a coin purse and everything that should be there for going on an adventure and doing things, there is a feather duster, a couple of spray bottles, like a packet of what you would guess, because one is sticking out, is kerchiefs or tissues of some sort. Excuse me.
Yes, how can I help you?
I need you to come with me.
Is there a specific reason?
You have been chosen to go on a grand adventure.
I look back at my squad of paladins and I'm just like, guys, I'm the chosen one.
So if you'd be so kind to send your friends home and follow me, your patron of adventure is waiting.
I tell my squad, I'm gonna go see what this is about. Use one of the scrolls and go home. I guess come back for me and, well, I'll leave that to your discretion, since I'm not gonna have a way to get back myself. And then I follow the goblin because my curiosity has been piqued, and as a bard, I can't resist. This is going to make for such a great story.
He walks you through the city for about 5 minutes. You see the hustle and bustle around you, different creatures from different planes of existence. He cuts through a back alley walks up to essentially a chalk sketch of a door. Make sure to wipe your feet. And he raps on the chalk sketch, and a golden door appears and opens. And he walks in.
Okay. I use prestidigitation to clean my boots as I walk through.
Wonderful. The door automatically shuts behind you, and where you can figure that on the opposite side it turned back into chalk, here it just turns into a dead black portal. In front of you, as you walk in, you see what looks to be probably a museum. There are skeletons of creatures you have never seen or heard of before. There are an array of books and artifacts laying on pedestals with glass coverings. This way, please. And he walks down the center of the room.
What's the floor made out of?
It is.
Is it smooth or is it like bumpy with seams and stuff?
It appears to be seamed when you look at it, but it is smooth.
Okay. As I'm following him, I'm just going to conjure a skateboard and just kind of cruise along behind him.
Okay. It is. The floor is essentially there's a clear layer, but it looks like bismuth cobblestone. Like it is mostly black with ornate metallic rainbow and different patterns through it. He walks through the long room, and at the end of it, there is a set of stairs, and he walks up them,
Okay.
cuts back across the balcony, and stops in front of a doorway and gives you a slight bow.
So I just go through, huh?
Yes, she is waiting for you.
She. If you said I was making a lady wait, I would have come a little bit faster.
But
I go through the door.
Okay, as you walk through the door, this is definitely a personal library, but the largest you have ever seen. The entire walls are filled with books, and there are about 7 bookcase rows, and in each of their rows, there are about 10 bookcases. In the center, there is a large desk. There is a woman with dreaded hair sitting at the desk. She has an eye patch over both of her eyes, and as you walk in, she looks up at you.
Well, my word, I didn't mean to make you wait that long. Hi.
I
Little goblin butler guy sent me here.
Yeah, Niles is good about that. I didn't age because of waiting for you. I am just this old.
Okay, I feel a little bit less bad now.
Good. Have a seat. Can you read?
Some languages.
Good enough. What do you like to read?
Stories and music.
Wonderful. Here you go. She hands you a book. The book is entitled Owlbear, Why Do They Flee? As soon as you flip the first page, you know that she has handed you a children's book.
Okay.
We're waiting on some other ones. This should keep you occupied, right?
Sure.
Fabulous. Winifred,
Yes.
you walked through the strange device on the ship and into from bright white into inky blackness. After what seems like it could be a couple of seconds or a couple of millennia, that blackness goes to a bright light again, and you and Colt walk into this office slash library. Whoa, 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 you have a horse.
Yes. This is Colt.
Is he trained? Like he's not going to make a mess. A lot of these books are very important, very old. I don't want him to get messed up.
Colt snorts, and I go, I know. It's okay.
Don't think like that. You can think to me if you can think. You could have
Then
spoke
the-
for yourself.
then the horse just levels its eyes at you.
Wonderful. Take your time, do things. You destroy anything, we'll take care of it then. If you need something to eat, go down the stairs. You're a large animal, large animals need food.
Well, I appreciate the hospitality. The situation on the other side of this door was combative, to say the least, and I'm not too terribly sure where we find ourselves.
You're in Sigil. You're in my personal library, and I made sure that you ended up here instead of where you were actually going, because I need a little bit of help.
All right. Well, it's good to know I didn't end up in hell. I'll take it. He'll pull out a flask and slump down into a chair.
Um. Oh, it's about time for me to grab the next one. If you do you guys want tea? Tea? Some?
Sure.
Okay,
And
good. Yo, number 3, get them some tea. She walks up to a mirror, and a copy of her. Walks in with a teapot, sets it down, sets cups in front of you, and sets out 4 more cups. She reaches into the mirror, leans her head into the mirror, and then pulls out and rips Volo out of Faerun and into the library.
well, that's a neat trick. Can you pull sandwiches out too?
I'd have to retune the mirror. I had it where it was so I could grab somebody. If you need some sandwiches, though, I could get some sandwiches for you.
I look over at Winifred. Sandwiches?
I could eat.
Hey, yo, number 2, get some food in here.
After
My
Volo
character's there. I wouldn't mind.
regains his composure from being pulled through a mirror into another world, he looks around the room, taking in the bookshelves and all the interesting looking people, and exclaims, "What sort of salon of madness is this?"
You're a writer, there's books. I'm a collector, there's books. It's not really madness, it's an office. The madness is out there. Look out the window. You ever been to Sigil before? The floor is the ceiling's the floor, everything's rotating. Wonderful time.
I told the first strange woman that visited me this morning that I wasn't interested in any of Elminster's tricks. I'm leaving. And I'm going to turn around and try to walk back into the mirror with great confidence.
Roll me
If
a,
he jumps off, because that would be really entertaining for
roll
my
me a
character.
dexterity check.
That was a dexterity save, sorry.
No, you can use acrobatics or just flat dex.
I've got a 22 for a flat deck.
Perfect. As you slam into that mirror and it starts to go flying forward, you quickly catch it and write it.
I'm sure you meant to do that.
Well, it seems I will have to follow this game a step further.
Hun, if
Maybe
it makes
don't
you
deny the
feel
hospitality.
Hun, if it makes you feel any better, I don't think any of us quite truly know why we're here quite yet. But there's tea sandwiches, and if you would like something a little stronger, and I put a handful of my flask.
I accept it. With gratitude. Thank you. I'm going to settle in and find an interesting book to read.
Okay.
I hand him Owlbear, Why Do They Flee? I go, this one's a pretty good read. I hand you a book.
I'm in.
It's called Owlbear, Why Do They Flee?
Let's see. With that,
There's a lot of emotion behind me. I think I'm dying.
um, Parunga, is it? Is that the pronunciation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And nice to meet you. A very polite bugbear greets you.
Wonderful. Do you know how to cook?
I get by.
Okay, you're going to be the chef of this organization. Wonderful.
Nothing too fancy, I hope.
I mean, as long as you can feed them while you guys are out on the adventure, that's fine. Oh, I
Well, I
feel
can make stuff. It's up to them to eat it.
she licks her finger and places it in the air. Shifts the coffee table with the tea and sandwiches on it. And as she does, she essentially just lifts the table and moves it as Raoul appears about 7 feet above the ground and slams into the floor.
And another!
Ah, there's the last one. We've got everybody. Wonderful.
The
It's
floor.
nice to see some bugbear representation.
I get up. Did I win? Yeah. Did I win? Did I get him? Did I big?
Do you really want to know, or do you want to wait until you get back?
Oh, it's one of those ones. Ugh.
Is this? The falls count anywhere? What is going on? Crap. Where'd he go? Who are? It's a battle royal situation. Is this a jump in? What are we doing here?
This is the librarian. We're having tea. I'm the librarian. It's nice to meet you.
Give him a few reads.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for the tea, I guess.
Have a seat. You're okay.
He sits in like a tiny chair, but he's a big guy, so he sits down and do you have oolong?
Yes.
Wonderful.
She picks up and shifts the coffee table back to where it's supposed to be. Number 3, bring in the green teas. 1, 2, 3. We're missing somebody else still. Where? Oh, right. That's right. She walks down past her desk, down one of the rows of bookshelves, and grabs a book off of the shelf, walks back to the table, and instead of opening the book, she throws it onto the ground to let it open itself. And a hooded figure dressed in black with a skeletal pseudo dragon rises up out of the book.
Good book.
They look at each of you They look to the dragon on their shoulder, and then the dragon speaks to all of you. This is Akram, and I'm Iker Blight, and if you're here to kill us, then know it will be hard, and if you're not here to kill us, then merry met.
There's no killing in Wrestle Realm, but I have to pin both of you. I've done a handicap match before.
I just hold out a platter of sandwiches.
I take an awkward seat next to Raoul.
Iker Blight will take one of the sandwiches and start eating it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's everybody. Hold on. Let me check the prophecy one more time. Yeah, that's everybody. This should work out fine.
Might I be able to get a look at that? So prophecy you speak of?
Yeah, sure. She hands you a scroll.
I read the scroll.
What languages do you speak?
Common, Goblin, Draconic, and Elven and Dwarven.
Okay. You are not able to read the scroll.
Bucks.
Draconic Dwarven. Okay. It looks like the lettering on the scroll is shifting and changing light. But even though
Comprehend languages?
yes.
I attempt comprehend languages.
Okay. Essentially, it is still constantly changing, so the syntax of everything does not work out well as you are trying to read it. What you do get from it, though, is someone with a red eye and blue hair will collect the 7 things. They will open the gate.
If we go after some Dragon Balls, I'm gonna be super excited.
I'm not sending you to look for Dragon Ball.
What would you do? Cut them off, or
No, Parunga would not. We might be. Nope, there's just some lag. Sorry.
The 7 items have a home. They have a soul to bond with. If they are bonded with the person that they belong to, they cannot be used to open this gate. If the gate opens, something terrible will happen.
that tends to be the case with the opening of gates.
There's a lot of openings here. Where's this gate? Do we know?
No.
All right, guys. Well, I read real good. That's what I do. What's everybody else bring to the table?
You're an odd bugbear.
And you're a common one, but that's okay. We can see past that.
I'm above average. That's for sure.
Good for you, buddy.
I'm gonna look up from the children's book that I'm reading and ask the woman, "Has anyone ever tried to, fix your eyes? Little magic, fix those?"
Oof.
She lifts the eye patches, and her eyes are perfectly fine.
Oh, It's just for dramatic effect then.
Nah, they're magical
Well, I'm figuring it's
items.
on
Don't you
myself.
have a couple on you?
I've written a few plays, mostly informative tomes, but I wouldn't say that I'm completely foreign to the theater.
So, I've been doing some research. I've been looking at things, trying to figure out who these items belong to, what these items are. And unfortunately for me, it's not who I thought it was. It seems to be you guys. And in most cases, I'm okay with that. In a few, I'm a little bit questionable just because some of the histories y'all have. Um, but I think it'll be okay. You know, work together, live together, adventure together. You learn, you grow, you become better people or worse people. But let's go with the former, not the latter, okay?
Can I
Good to me. There's some tag teams before. Makes great friends, great partners. As long as y'all don't turn your backs on me, hit me with the chair, we'll be fine. Okay.
just out of game for a moment? Can I appreciate the fact that we are in an Interplanar New Jersey library? Like, this is fantastic. Good
I'm
job.
going to
I
stand up
love
out of my
her.
chair. Uh, I see what's going on here. We're being arranged into some sort of ragtag adventuring party. We're going to learn some things along the way. I've been the chosen one 3 times already. I've done this. So I'm going to send a little message to a friend and see if I can get bailed out of here. He's going to take his uh, ring and whisper into it and do a few arcane motions and cast sending, and he's going to start speaking a message into his ring as if making a recording or a voicemail. Um, Elminster, it's Volo. I'm trapped in some city in a foreign dimension, and I'm over this. I don't really want to be here. It's been a long day already. I'm not down for this plan. I'm not joining a party of ugly people. It's not something that I see going, going good for my week. So that's about it. So just when you get this, go ahead and teleport me back home. That'd be great. Thanks.
Can we hear his message?
I'm talking it out loud in front of you.
Yes, you
Okay.
can.
Rude. Also, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Fuck.
Where?
Speaking of which, I wrote "I Am the Beholder." I know that there's been a large dramatic presentation, but it's a small poem that I actually penned myself.
That's one thing I haven't read. I'm intrigued.
Let me see if we've got it here on the shelf, and I'm going to start looking through the books for my own book.
You
You seem
find
like
it.
one hell of a valet. I was trapped
I
once
find
in
it.
You
I
do.
want to.
Okay, this is it right here. "I Am the Beholder." Now it's an epic poem, so
I
it does
skim it.
go on at length a little bit. I've often thought that if I had it to do over, maybe if we do a second edit, I might trim it down. Maybe add some appendices.
So, I skim this thing. 2 stars. You could. Good job.
I'm going to snatch it. Everyone's a critic. What do you know?
Well, I would definitely proofread anything else you have available.
So, lady, these items, do you know what any of them are?
Kinda.
Kinda.
I'm trying to pull the same face that he pulls, but I just can't manage it. I'm just kind of like accidentally mocking him. I'm like,
Yes, Colt, out of the burning ship into the frying pan. I agree.
I'm pretty sure I got the first one narrowed down. It's an orb of clear glass or crystal or fog. It's clear. That's all you need to know. It's an orb, it's a circle in 3-dimensional space that is clear.
Okay. Um, all for, climbing ladders, reaching goals. I think it's a very good thing to teach people, no matter how it is. I'm all for building people up. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, so I appreciate you giving us this chance to make us better. That's what I teach. Yeah, so we gotta get better. Yeah, hopefully I'll be the best one day. Hopefully you'll be the best one day. But that's a shit hit. Okay, a shit hit. A clear orb. There's billions of those. So maybe we talk about the red hair, blue eyes. And he starts looking at everybody. He looks at the cowboy. He's like, all right, color eyes, color hair, not red, not blue. Okay. He looks at the bugbear. Obviously not. What is Tantris again?
I'm a half elf.
He looks at the half elf. He really gets close to the half elf because he's like, this seems reasonable. He's like, no, okay. The eyes are real. All right, looks at the human. Oh, full of himself. Not bad enough. All right, so it's not us. Any idea about this person?
Like, can we move this along? Like, the rest of us already figured this part out.
I started ignoring you guys, and I magically summon a quill, with my wizardly quill ability, and I start editing Eye of the Beholder just right here. Yeah, I've got some ideas now that I'm looking at it.
You know, that second draft, I've got high hopes.
I think you should.
All right, these nerds can talk books. I'm talking orbs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start strumming on my mandolin.
When in doubt,
All these people
Bard.
don't understand goal-oriented attitudes. Cowboy, be quiet. Why are you here? What's your goal?
Well, last I remember, I was on a ship that my crew had just lit on fire as I had been captured, and that was my final request of them. And I am now here, apparently, being, what's the word? Shanghaied into, now searching for some items. I, really, really couldn't care less. I just kind of go with the flow.
I mean, would you feel better if I gave you some gold or some things, as then you wouldn't be shanghaied, you would be being paid to do this?
Oh, absolutely.
Things are great.
Fine,
I am a mercenary for hire, or my crew is.
fine. Yo, number two, bring out the golds. And the copy of her comes out with 6 pouches of gold and hands one to each of you as she walks through the room.
No, I did say goal oriented, but I am also gold oriented. So this works for me.
Most
Yeah.
people are.
As Swallow's pouch comes around, he first hesitates to grab it, saying, I am a professional conscripted author, but I am kind of late on my deadline. So he's going to grab the bag.
Enjoy the advance.
Yeah, as someone who is part of the literature and literacy business as well, I understand that esteemed author generally means poor as fuck except for 1 month a year.
I have friends that will give me advances and allow me free reign of their estates in the necessary times.
Yeah, we all got patrons. It doesn't mean you got the money.
I can become fluid if I need to be. All right.
Bolo is very fluid, I get the impression.
Listen, it's going to take a while for anyone to get back to me from Faerun. So, are we going to go somewhere that maybe we can stop off for a drink along the way?
I mean, y'all can go out to a bar or something before, but once I send you where you're going to look for the orb, I don't know what's there.
I'm not from around here, and I was hoping that I could figure out where I'm from and where I might need to be. So I'm all for this sort of journey, quest, what have you. It sounds like a plan. I want to go seek some things out.
Brother Bugbear, don't you understand? Don't you know? Hrugek. He, he's your home.
I'm not familiar.
Hrugek, he's Bugbear God. He's the best. He's the best God. No.
That's debatable.
I'd have to agree with the half elf.
Here's the thing. See, these two, they're not like us.
It's true, he's not the best god. I know at least one demigod personally, and he's told me about all of the other ones.
And Raul, you
He's a
notice
great
that I'm
god.
like an ancient bugbear. I appear to like a Yoda bugbear. I'm super beyond my what should be my years, and so he's kind of like not really like, who is this guy? Like, I don't know. Like, well, it's kind of like, all my travels. I don't know.
Trust me, the word of Hrugek will, will make you the best. All right? You fight, you get strong, you get better. You find a new goal. You fight, you get strong, you get better, you find a new goal. If you're looking for things to do, if you're looking for a home, Hrugek is home.
This
Trust me.
inspirational speaking is
I
making me
put
so
my hand on your shoulder and I get really close and I just say, Hrugek.
The pseudo dragon.
A home and my home are two different things.
The pseudo dragon speaks again, but it is not the same high chipper voice that it spoke to. It spoke in the first time. I follow Urina, the Undying, since we're sharing our religious proclivities.
What's the check to not be creeped out? Like,
That's on you.
I start looking around at these guys. Do any of them seem particularly like beefy? Any of my compatriots here?
I'm
um,
large, but not like muscular, I would say.
I'm
Polo has
6'2" and full
incredible.
plate.
I'm sinewy.
That's not that still.
Kyle's lithe over there.
You can see because he's wearing his robes completely open in the front.
Right, I saw.
um,
What they should be.
So,
Roll.
is that-
How tall are you?
oh, let's see how tall I said I was.
You
Pretty damn tall, I remember, but
114 meters.
I announced it. I should know.
That would be bigger than me, yeah.
Kaiju bugbear.
I'm 6'8".
Yeah, I'm a solid 7 foot. So,
Oh shit! Okay, so he's taller than me. Yeah.
but not like muscular still, like just tall.
Gotcha. So none of you work out. None of you worship the right gods. I look at the library and I say, I don't know what they've going for them, but I'm your man. All right, goal oriented, strong, wants to get all the stuff, specifically belts, but orbs work too. Whatever trophy you've got, I'm for it.
good.
Well, how
Good to
long could
know.
this really take? I mean, it'll be like a short adventure. I need to be back here if somebody comes looking for me. So
Okay, so
hopefully it
like
won't
the
take too
fate of
long.
multiple universes is relying on this. If you want to make it a short adventure, fine. Go for it. Get what you need. Get back here. Everything's great. That's up to you.
Who's that fellow he messaged? Maybe he'd be helpful.
Yeah, that's who I wanted to get in the first place, but apparently the prophecy was like, no.
He's probably too busy doing actual things, right?
You mean to tell me that you wanted Elminster to come on this foolhardy quest? That old man hasn't taken a step out of the tower in years. That's hilarious. He still talks a big game, but I happen to know for a fact Elminster hasn't swung a staff in a fortnight.
I'm gonna go with you not talking literally like a fortnight. Like you're talking like in a while longer than that, right?
Yeah, it's not very long.
Words and phrases are different from dimension to dimension. It's not my fault that you're not picking up on the fucking phone.
Couple 10 days. Like, what's up?
Try to swing my staff a few times a month, preferably.
All right, quest giver, point us in the right direction.
Okay, does anybody have a problem with spiders?
As long as you don't mind me killing them.
No, I mean like psychological problem. Like you're afraid of spiders.
I'm immune to fear.
Wonderful.
God, that's a good line.
You can say I conquered my spirit.
I might steal that one.
Spiders when I wrote the definitive guide.
Hey, sure, boy, write that down.
Yeah, and then put it away.
Hey, vesicles, write that down. That should go in your next poem.
I'm immune to fear, and you can be too. Just stay within a few feet.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Are you recruiting for your cult?
Yes.
Is it really a cult?
It's a religious order that has a very fanatical mission.
That's what I said.
Right. So, I've narrowed down where in the plains the orb is.
Excuse me, the planes?
Yeah. You know about the plains.
So we're leaving this plane and going to another plane again.
Yeah.
It's
mean,
all
this-
the
is-
doors.
Yeah. This is, I mean, you've been to Sigil, no? You've heard of Sigil? Like every door gonna take you someplace different?
Nope, and I've heard of everything. I think you're making it up.
Fine. You have fun with that.
This is my third plane I've been on, so I'm more experienced than him.
I've been to several planes. Been to the Shadow Plane, been to the Celestial Plane. I go to the Celestial Plane all the time.
So
And I
you're
know
talking about the
it's
planes that are attached to
nothing to do
yours.
with it.
So you're talking about the planes that are attached to your particular universal material existence.
He doesn't know about the multiverse.
Volo all of a sudden looks mildly interested and whips out a notebook and his magic quill pen again. You mean there's other planes that aren't directly attached to mine? Tell me about this concept.
I start singing a song that we teach the children in my world about how the multiverse is constructed of many overlapping layers of dimensions and planes. Some of them bear similarities, and some of them are on completely alternate paths.
Volo intently writes the entire time you're singing.
It's
Alright,
like it's like a nursery rhyme song.
Yeah, that pretty much gets it. It's very rudimentary, but that's the gist of it. Questions, comments, quips, queries, anything like that? Yes. Wrestleman.
Blue
Raul,
eyes
sorry.
drag.
No. Try
red-
again.
Blue hair, red eyes. Not dragon.
Not drag. Well, could be. Haven't pinned that down yet. The prophecy is always kind of changing and bubbling. Ask a friend that tried to read it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. I did see a mention of dragons, which intrigued me. I don't know if I did or not. I just
Sure.
So normally when I want to fight, I know who I'm fighting. You know, I can game plan.
Okay, well, anybody that's not us, just go ahead and smash a chair. It's fine.
I conjure a chair in front of you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I pick it up and I just smash it. I was like, that did make me feel better. Thank you, thank you. We have any idea who the champion, who the bad guy is? The person who wants all these items, the collect
I,
these.
I just imagine Raul like looking out for an audience out of habit. Like, is anybody watching me do this?
All the time. Yes, he thinks he's on stage all the time. He still thinks this is part of Wrestle Realm. He just thinks it's a weird. Yeah, he's not a smart.
Weird storyline.
Yeah, there's a new storyline for him. Yeah, yeah. This is his new stable. Apparently, they just took him out of the fight. This is his stable. Yeah, he's yeah. Again, Raul. This is not his strongest stat. So yeah. I said before, he is a common bugbear.
There's
So,
nothing wrong with that. The world needs bugbears.
this is true. So I'm gonna send you to this plane, and you guys are gonna find the orb. You're gonna let me know that you found it. We're gonna bring it back here. While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna keep looking, researching, trying to find the next item
Uh,
or
are
artifacts.
are we prohibited from interfering with the native population of the plane, or is it one of those who kind of cares thing?
I mean, I wouldn't say go murder hobo on them, but this isn't like well, you would know that reference. Whoa, whoa, you know that reference.
Like,
Y'all
I just didn't know if
Wrestle
we had a
Realm
prime
gets cable.
directive or not.
Yeah, Wrestle Realm does get cable. I forget. So yeah, just like you're not trying to not interfere
Okay, no
or
prime directive.
right.
I actually think that
Anything we're
it's
supposed to
extremely
do
important
is meant to be
tread
done.
very lightly when encountering new cultures from wild origins. We need to listen, watch,
Just gonna fuck it. That's what's gonna
explore
happen.
new customs while not interrupting any of the day-to-day operations of these peoples.
Wonderful. So y'all have your own kind of niche in the how we're gonna interact with people. Wonderful. The thing is, there probably aren't gonna be many people or any people where I set y'all down for obvious reasons. Opening multi-dimensional gates and stuff can get kind of complicated. Don't want to get anybody injured.
Definitely don't want any new religions starting as a result of our actions.
Volo says he's basically just gonna like not interact with people. Raul looks at him and is like, "So you're going to do anything?"
Are you talking to me? I want to study as much as I can about new creatures and civilizations all across existence. I'm extremely thrilled by new customs.
Drilled. I see your game.
So many nerds. All right, where's the ring? Let's go, Jersey lady.
It's a crystal orb, a clear orb. You gotta pay better attention, bud. You're making me look bad. No rings.
I'm just
Not
let me
really.
translate here. I think he means like the arena of what is happening, not an actual physical ring.
That's my bad. I misunderstood.
Yeah, we're good.
Who's a smart one now? Yeah.
So do you need a rest? You need provisions, anything before I send you along your way?
Could I exchange this gold for something actually beneficial?
How
They
much
call
gold
them
was it?
stores.
Yeah, that's a great question as well, Raul.
I
Got a
mean,
random. How much gold was it?
it's 1,000 gold pieces.
Dang. Okay. All right.
I'm adding that.
Noted.
I mean, you could go shopping here. Now, mind you, it is an interdimensional city, so definitely going to be fun stuff here. But you could because of the markup value of everything here. Go on your first adventure, come back, get some more money for the next one, and then go shopping. But that's up to
Everything's
you.
imported. The prices are high. I get it.
Correct. I'm not saying I stiffed you. I'm just saying more money in your purse when you go out the first time. You're going to see a lot of new shit. You're going to want to get it all. And this way you have a little bit more money to get a little bit more.
She's telling you you're not being paid a living wage for the city.
Yeah, it sounds like we're being undercut here.
Yeah, this is
Completely off topic here. But do you think the planes are infinite, or how many do you think there are? Pen's ready for the answer.
okay.
Yes.
Give me a second. She's going to open a book, say a couple of things. Yeah, that should be right. And she's going to hold up her hands, and you see a singular globe. And she will shift her hands, and then that becomes 2 spinning around each other, and 4 spinning around each other, and 6. And it continues as she starts talking. You see, it's like the infinitesimal building blocks of your body. You are one existence. You are always changing, always moving and shifting, right? But there's a step down, and a step down, and a step down. So there is a little bit of finiteness to it. You are, at your building block level, the end. Because after that, it goes into something else. But you are also part of something else. We are talking right now, so that's an interchange. So, in that way, it is infinitesimal. Like, your material plane has the Fey realm, and the shadow, and the light, and then the ethereal, and it's all like conglomerated and shifting around each other and reflecting each other. But that's just one planet in your solar system. Like, the 2 of you come from Faerun. Like, 6 planets down the way comes this one who stays quiet.
He's just writing frantically the whole time, not interrupting anybody anymore.
And that's just one level of existence.
Yes, Colt. Jack was right about him.
Is that good enough of an answer for now?
Way better than I expected.
I try sometimes. I'm a librarian. It's my job to educate.
O's eyes are blown. Like his mind is
He
blown.
stopped listening a while ago.
This is a lot for his brain. Yeah.
Just glazed over, like, I tried. Uh-oh.
So, do you want to go shopping now, or do you want to wait for you to get back?
Oh, right. Later sounds fine.
Wonderful.
Yeah, later sounds good to me.
Perfect. Number 4, bring out the tea cakes. Another copy of her comes in and hands each of you a small, perfectly round tea cake with a rune powder sugared on the top of it. Now, this will get you to the place you're going. In order to get back, I'm going to give, you know what, Cowgirl, you've been quiet. I think you have the most level head on your shoulder of the group. The only reason I choose you over the other one who's staying quiet, because I know they can't talk. So, here you go. And she hands you a ring. All you gotta do is tap on that 3 times. You'll get in contact with me. I'll bring y'all back.
Didn't even give him the ring. Fuck's sake.
Well, I mean, I guess another telepathic magical item can't hurt too terribly much.
Um, Speaking of which, do you want to give me a perception check on that ring?
Yes, please. Oh wait, I can do this. Um, All right.
And Paranga, you as well.
All right.
Is this
Can I,
just
am I
a
gonna roll my
perception
dice
check?
or
Yeah, you can roll any way you want. And yes, it is just a perception check.
Goody.
What did I. Can
it's an
I?
18
Okay,
plus things?
that's fine.
That's well, hold on. 26.
Okay. Well, the DC
I'm
was
very
20,
perceptive.
and I'm
There you
pretty
go.
sure you had more than +2. So,
1 second.
this ring is very much like the 2 rings that you currently have on your person.
Oh, well. Huh. Mental note, I guess. I don't really care to do anything direct about it.
What does my 25 give me?
It is a magical ring. It is very ornate and well crafted. It does not look like there are any tricks or hidden compartments or anything in it.
Can I tell its
This isn't a mimic
plane of
ring.
origin?
Do you have a manner of doing that?
Arcana check, detect magic. What are you looking for?
Let's do Arcana, or you could do. You could give me a history.
I can do history. I'm proficient with history.
You are.
Oh, so history. Okay, I thought you were still like deciding. Sorry.
No, history is good.
That's a second ridiculous 18. I'm gonna take a picture of it. I haven't touched anything.
You're fine.
There's a lot going on with the 18th apparently. Just guys, I promise. I'll post it in chat. Of 26.
You can tell from the inscribings on it and the way that the runes are set up that if it is not native or was not created on this plane, that it was not created on a plane that you are aware of.
I don't know what I don't know. All right.
Mhm.
Good enough.
There are minute but striking differences between the ring that she handed Winifred and the rings that you have on your person, but there are some similarities that bother you a little bit.
In what manner am I bothered?
Well, what do you know about the rings that you have on your person?
The one's just an heirloom that I feel like is a one-way trip. The other one brought me here, which also felt like a one-way trip. So detecting the plane of origin for these, port keys essentially would be ideal. But I have yet to crack that code. So that's a thing that I'm definitely pursuing.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. So, more in depth then is the fact that the one that brought you here is definitely shows differences than the one that she has handed Winifred to bring you back here.
Right, yeah, it seems like it would be a round trip, which is great. Like we need that. Shopping in an interdimensional plane sounds like fun.
Wonderful. Any other issues before I send you on your merry way?
The bell.
Nope.
Hit our entrance music. Let's get this. Let's get it going.
I mean, do you really want me, is that a necessity? Your bards, can you play something as I teleport you guys to where you're going so that this one has some introduction music?
Prestidigibuild.
Make it something jazzy.
Yeah. So I start playing a very funky like jazz bass riff, like slapping and everything, on my mandolin.
Nice.
Play the funky music, boy.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear that in real life.
Okay.
When you start, as you start doing that, Raul starts like strutting to wherever the Jersey librarian here with two eye patches is leading us. He's making the most out of it.
Number 2, number 4, number 5. Come on. You guys are at the end of your days. It's time to remake you. So you guys are going to be this one. Let's go. And they encircle you. And they start casting a teleportation spell and open a gate underneath your feet. Fabulous. So you are teleported as the 3 copies of the librarian essentially sacrificed the last of the magic that is keeping them in existence to teleport you.
Feels bad,
The
man.
the circle of runes sends light upwards, blocking your vision from the office. And as the light dies down, you are now in what appears to be a jungle. It is moderately temperate. There's an array of different colored flowers on the ground around you, some climbing up large trunked trees, vines hanging from the canopy in threads like ladders. The sound of society does not live here. It is nature.
Is there any kind of path, or is it just dense undergrowth everywhere?
Anyone who would like can roll a survival check.
I shall roll. 19.
Okay.
24.
And so,
I'm sorry, I just got back in. What was that?
Survival.
Okay.
Out of context, that's always scary.
There was once a path here. The furthest you can determine is probably about 10, maybe 7 years ago. This was commonly traveled, but it would take studying the current flora to know if that is actually correct.
I would like to do that, Mikey. I'm posting this in Gym Corner, but using the feature Wanderer, not only do I have an excellent memory for maps and geography, I can also I can find fresh water for myself and 5 other people, and food provided the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
Perfect.
So, what kind of is there edible food? Yeah, are there signs of fresh water nearby? Like, does the environment look sustainable?
There are actually some probably not identical species, but close relatives of things that you know are edible. Some of the flowers that you are seeing, you can determine characteristics that they are very potent and powerful drugs. Um, Following the growth path, you can tell that um, the canopy is thin enough that the undergrowth leans in a specific direction, and you can tell the path of the sun. And from what looks like wildlife tracks pointed out by the various survival roles, you would estimate that fresh water is probably about half a mile in what you would assume is west by the sun's path.
Do you tell any of that to us, or?
So I was thinking, like, I want those
I like all of that
shrooms, but I
information.
can't like do anything on it.
With a few glances, and I just keep it to myself.
Wonderful.
I look around at the group and go, so, where are we heading?
Raul just looks around and starts like looking in bushes and up in trees. He's like, I don't see an orb. I don't know. Orb.
Do you
The
keep
old lady wears 2 eye patches for no reason. This is, and then she sends it to a jungle to find an orb. And one of the monkeys is using the orb.
Well, you might have a better chance of finding it without those eye patches. So let's
We'll check it out.
keep a good lookout, bud. Mine.
Speak for yourselves. Winifred just kind of lifts up her eye patch and drops it back down.
Did we see an eye under that eye patch?
Absolutely. But it's very obviously not just like a plain black leather eye patch. Like it's red and black and ornate. It looks both lacy, but like the red has like a flicker to it.
But 2 of them. I mean, so you can't use either eye. Is
A wagon appears in front of Shockland, large enough that the whole party can climb into it.
Was pulling it the horse in the hat?
No,
Yeah,
there's nothing rigged to the front of it.
Colt stomps and looks at you when you try to suggest him pulling the cart.
Yeah, such things are not necessary. I wave again, and the cart begins moving on its own.
Raul wants to pull the cart.
Oh, you're more than welcome to pull it. It might be faster than letting it move itself.
Raul wants to. And depending on how heavy everybody is, might be able to. It's good training for him.
I mean, I could push if I need to.
Akram will take off his hooded cloak, fold up, and set it into the cart. And then they will step into the cart and then step to the top of the cart.
All right, how much are you guys coming in at? Let me see if I can drag you guys in this cart.
So Shockland weighs 175 pounds when fully armored.
Bolo, what you coming in at? Don't lie for your vanity.
It's the best joke of the night so
No,
far.
the face you're gonna give me. Anybody else hear Mov? I can't hear him.
What?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Call me
Yes,
175 pounds too. I don't know.
For some reason I can't hear him.
Well, I'm on push to talk, so when I'm chewing, I turn it off.
You're the only one I can't hear. Your volume's all the way up. I don't know what's going on.
And this will be our first technical difficulty of the night. Thank you for
And the
holding.
rest of you hear me?
Yes.
Raise your hand if you can hear me.
You guys can hear.
Yeah, it's just you. It's
I'm just
gonna
gonna
be on your
reload
end.
Discord.
Y'all's characters don't talk to each other anymore. We won't have a problem.
Smelly bugbear. You know, I don't
The
need to- I
the
don't need
two
to talk to them.
bugbears just refuse to acknowledge each other's existence for the rest of the game.
Okay, now I
Can
can hear you. I don't know what happened. You were the only one I couldn't hear, but I got it. We're good now. All right.
you
Sorry. How much you weigh? What you coming in at?
375?
He said put him down for 175 as well.
Cowboy?
375.
Oh, I'm on. Me and the horse are definitely not going to be in the cart.
Perfect. Makes it way easier. Macaron.
Probably about 120.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I can easily drag that. Easy. 845, and he drags 1260, so he's good.
So you begin dragging the cart.
Yeah.
What direction are you heading?
Every day is leg day. What direction am I going?
Mhm.
That is not. No. He says, "Where are you going?"
I might have an idea about how to figure out where we should go, but I'm gonna have to sleep first.
How tall is the canopy over us?
Um, the lower portion of the canopy is probably about 30 feet above you. From the patches that you can see where light is coming through, the upper portion or the higher canopy is probably about 100 feet up.
Can I find the sturdiest looking tree and just climb it?
Go for it.
Try to see over. So, take acrobatics.
Yes.
Never seen a cowgirl do a Naruto before.
Uh, 18.
18 will get you up to the lower canopy. You want to roll again?
Yeah, that was a 16.
Okay, that'll get you about halfway to the higher canopy. One more.
Another 16.
Okay. As you reach the top and peek up above the canopy, the sky here is a pale coral color. The sun is a bright blue, and it is getting close to the horizon. As you look to your left, you see something above the tree line. An ancient stone temple. From where you are at, and the distance that you perceive to be between you and the temple, you could probably fit 4 or 5 populations of Waterdeep into this temple.
Blue light glasses.
Gotcha. Okay. Uh, then I will slide back down and report my findings. So yeah, there's seems to be a temple over yonder. I think that would probably be a good place to start. Big Joan Temple, looking for an orb.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah, and he just when different like points of direction, I start moving that direction.
You hear like minor whip cracks every now and then. You don't feel anything. You just hear like a putsch.
It's motivating for him. Yeah, he appreciates the motivation.
It's all
Bolt
for you, bud.
wanders a little further from the cart.
Okay. You travel for about, let's say, 20 minutes. And then I'm going to need. Let's do a dexterity check to start, or a dexterity save.
for everyone.
No, for roll.
Right. It's a 2 plus 8, 10.
Okay.
Is he within 10 feet of me?
How big is the cart that you crafted?
It's a large object, and I'm sitting on the driver's seat.
So yes, he is within 10 feet of you.
He gets to add my proficiency bonus to all of his saves.
Okay. And what
So
is
add 4 to that.
okay? So 14.
14? Yeah, 14. Yeah.
do, 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 do. So the cart.
So, never mind. No, that's calculated in. No, you're good.
Okay. So the cart comes to a stop as an array of vines tendril around your ankles and start to come up your legs.
I was really afraid Raul was going to fall in a hole, so we're doing okay.
Oh shit! Someone's trying to grapple me. Yeah, and I just like instinctively, when something grabs me, I instinctively like grab it.
You sprawl.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. I just instinctively like try to grab the vines and like pull them off of me. If I can't breathe the grapple right now, I understand. But you just let me know.
Okay. Let's roll initiative, everybody.
Hell yeah!
That's my favorite thing. All right.
I've got a 24.
Okay.
22.
16 plus 3 is 19.
23.
25.
Man, I thought my 19 was really good, and all you guys are rolling.
All of you who are within 10 feet of Shockland, add 4 to your initiative.
Oh, damn.
That's not gonna matter. I'm just gonna take 4 from the
Now,
forest.
I got a 23.
Yeah, but I have a 26, so.
Aw.
I don't think I'm close enough for it to matter for me.
Aren't we all in the cart?
I am not.
I guess I never got in the cart either.
Well, I'm on a horse, so it does not make sense for me to be in the car.
Is Vol even with us? If he has to walk, he's going to be so bitchy about being tired.
I was trying to get in the cart. Has the cart left? Did the cart leave?
Yeah,
We
you guys
we,
have been
we
traveling.
yeah, we
We've been
started.
traveling for like 20 minutes.
Way to be in character, Wade.
In the cart.
When Volo was distracted, we just picked him up and put him in the cart.
Volo's been talking to nobody this whole time. He's been having a discussion with Denair, as far as anybody can tell. Yes, I told them about the spell. I told them I could find the thing. No one seemed to care.
He wakes up in the back of the cart like it's the beginning of Skyrim. Like, what the fuck?
Great, we have two characters that talk to themselves.
Right, yeah, now Volo's talking to himself. Oh shit. Yeah.
Okay. Winifred,
Yes.
you are first.
So do I notice like just all I've noticed so far is the vines that have grabbed him, correct?
Give me what is your passive perception?
Uh do do. And that's just 10 plus your perception bonus, correct?
Mm.
Yeah, 21.
Okay. So you beat the stealth of this creature by 1.
Wow.
So you see, about 50 feet away, hidden as far as they can tell, behind the edge of a tree, is probably a 2-foot white humanoid rabbit with a appropriately sized for it staff, and the staff end is in the ground, and the vines are emanating from the end of the staff.
Ooh. I'm gonna have fun with this since this is the first big thing Winifred gets to do. I'm gonna pull out my uh pistol instead of my long arm and use a superiority, or they're called grit points instead of superiority, to do a disarming shot.
Okay.
So let me see if I hit first. So that's a natural 20. Let me pull up my camera to confirm.
Not only do you hit the staff in order to knock it out of the
You
rabbit's
disarmed it.
hand, you destroy the staff. You hit
One
it
arm left.
right at the perfect place. Then it shatters.
Hey, come on out. Come on out now, varmint. It's much more feminine than that, I'm sorry.
Yosemite Sam hunting Bugs Bunny here.
Yeah. See, I keep the gun leveled on the bush and have ordered it to come out.
Didn't you have guns? I thought you had guns. There you go.
Yeah, sorry.
What? Interlopers, why are you in my forest?
That is
Good
an
question.
excellent question.
I don't ever choose to go anywhere, so I'm just kind of going with the flow.
Not to bore you with the details, but multiple dimensions in peril, been pulled from different planes. We're here for an orb. Clear, yay big, cloudy. Maybe you've seen it.
Wasn't on any of that staff you just shot, was it?
It was not. You are looking for an orb of clouds.
Possibly clouds, possibly clear. She wasn't very clear on the opacity of the orb.
Orb of clouds? I've never heard of that one.
Yes, you could say that our quest giver is lacking in transparency.
Ah,
It's really quite opaque.
you come from the other side of the forest.
That's one way to put it. We come from the other side of many things.
You agents of the Red Witch.
No. Not ringing any bells. Never heard of a red witch.
Maybe the other
Heard
side
of a
the
sand
forest.
witch.
I have heard of the Fire Hag, the Red Witch, and I have heard of the White Hag, the Ice Witch, but I have never heard of this Sand Witch. Where does she keep her lair?
I pull one of the sandwiches from like 30 minutes ago out of my coat.
It has many layers.
That is just Namens.
This is a sandwich.
You must come from somewhere far away to call that a witch. Does it have power?
It has the power to fill one's belly.
Polo interrupts at this point, coming closer to the creature with his book ready. Did you call food nobbins? Say that again for me.
Namens.
It's very interesting. Now, could you show
I'm
me
here
some
for your producer's
more
credit.
nobbins? What is it that you eat?
he opens he opens a pouch on his side and takes out some dried berries, a couple of flowers. One of them you can definitely tell is poisonous.
Maybe not eat that one.
Those are my favorites.
That's fine. That's fine. But he's very closely examining them, obviously, really wanting to get his hands on them. That pouch there you're wearing, what's that made out of? What kind of animal is that?
It is not animal, it is treated fibers.
Doesn't wear other animal flesh. Very interesting.
Okay,
Have we been dead since we got here? Did Volo did not actually tell us how to find food. He just knows how to find food, but our characters don't know that. Okay, wonderful.
correct.
Is Raul still entangled? Because I would
No,
hop down from the cart
this
and help him.
no, the vines fell dead when the staff broke.
No, 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 no. They I
Just
ripped
wanted to
them
check
off.
on you. I just
Yeah,
wanted to check on
they went limp, and I ripped them off. If they
Bolo's
went
going
limp.
to ask the bunny man if there's more of him.
Yes,
Can we go there? Can we see how you live? Would you take us?
and you are not agents of the Red Witch or the White Witch. You are agents of this sandwich.
I don't work for any witch. Now, if you said red bitch, yes, I do know Elminster. However, I'm just extremely interested in what the rest of you guys have going on back over there at the Bunny Village.
Fine.
you. I bet you are.
Follow me. And he starts walking off.
How attracted is Volo to this creature?
One of Volo's big personality traits and some of his earliest work, literary work, are about the wide and diverse peoples of the Sword Coast and Faerun. He prefers to spend time with people different than himself, and he's only ever truly distracted from his own arrogance and ego when he is in the element of discovery.
He's also very keen on polyamory, I have so heard. Uh,
His only
and-
discernible vice at this point in his life is that he really likes to have sex. This is true.
right. So yeah, I was just curious on a scale of like 1 to I'm fucking it, like where he was at right now.
No, currently not aroused, except by the possibility of new information.
We did it, guys. Episode 1. We're already discussing character horny levels. We are officially a D&D playcast.
You brought him along for a shirt. Like, what did you think was
Ironically,
gonna
not the bard.
Right.
Yeah.
happen? Slacker.
We call it the CAS. That's the character arousal scale.
There you go.
Proper name.
Raul doesn't pull the cart until directed to pull the cart.
Good horse.
Polo is walking behind the bunny, very enthusiastically marching wherever he's going.
Oh, if Volo kind of leads the way, then Raul will start to pull the cart that way for sure.
Now hold on. How long did it take you to write your last epic poem? Because we don't have forever here. That temple seemed quite promising.
Are you speaking in character for Tavalla?
Yeah, my characters,
Well, I'm not
wait,
I
hold
don't
on.
predominantly write epic poems. I mostly write informational guides with a little bit of tidbits of philosophy and important musings in the middle. But
And how long
currently
does it
I'm
usually
working-
take?
Wait,
Currently,
wait,
I'm
wait,
working
wait,
on
wait, wait,
something
wait,
that
wait,
I've
wait,
been
wait.
told by the publisher will be quite popular. It's called Neverwinter Nightlife. It's a guide to some of the hottest spots that Neverwinter has to offer.
I would like to
I'm not yet, but
interrupt here. You said you were going to what? You have a place you are going.
Yes, we're looking for this temple.
What is a temple?
A large mortal made structure a good distance that away, according to our
they don't really know that it's a temple. They're just saying that.
the
Gods can also make buildings.
the mountain of the gods in that direction.
Seems
Gods.
like a good place to. Yeah.
Oh, that is
Oh, wait.
cursed. That is cursed land. I would advise you not to go there.
I am a holy
Okay.
warrior. I have the means of dispelling curses.
Yeah, we could very likely take the curse with us. Yay!
Yes, please go. Take the curse with you. Remove it from there.
All right, we're just going to need a couple hundred sacrifices and we'll be on our way.
Now we need to go to the rabbit community. Fuck.
I believe I
Speaking,
have changed my mind on allowing you to follow me.
speaking to himself again, Volo says, "Yeah, it seems like we're not going to need that spell. Yeah, they're saying it's cursed, so it's probably there."
I'm gonna look at the rabbit now and say, "How is it cursed?"
Not
Oh,
a
asking the real
soul.
question.
Not a soul from the forest who has gone there has ever returned.
Maybe it's just really nice there and they don't want to leave.
Highly doubt that.
You'd be surprised at
I
the
would
things I've seen
expect
wandering
that.
from world to
We're
world.
proud right now.
I would expect that from Erevis. He is a bastard. But the other hundreds that have gone there, exploring, have not returned as well. And I would think that one or two of them, if it were paradise, would come back.
Wait, did you say Erebus?
Erevis.
Erebus, okay. Not the big bald guy in the bulky red armor. Got it.
And not avarice.
Okay.
These are all correct assumptions.
I was like, so it's Erebus. I know that guy, and you're right. Everybody hates him.
Um, Erebus. Erebus.
Once
And
again, to himself, yes, I told them that I needed to sleep. Yeah, they don't care. They're just going to let me go in there half cocked.
I'm
You can
so
sleep in the
scared
back.
keep repeating Erebus, Erebus over again, hoping that some one of you hears it and maybe knows something about Erebus.
Jacqueline turns to Volo and is like, you can sleep in the wagon.
All right.
He's not actually tired. He just makes excuses, I think.
I mean, she did offer us a sleep in the library before she sent us here. That was on the table.
He wasn't too keen then. Nothing's happened since.
Is that in character?
Mine was just like that was at one point on the table.
Yeah, mine was too.
No,
Jacqueline turns to Volo and says, sleep in the cart.
Get a better idea of it. So he lays down in the wagon and he touches his spell book that he pulls off of his belt, and a small translucent inkwell rises up into the sky above where he's laying. And he looks at it, he's like, all right, keep an eye out. I'm going down. And he kind of like curls up, makes his cloak a little pillow under his head.
Just falls asleep right there on the cart. Okay, all right. Okay.
The rabbit folk will continue to walk towards their village.
Wait. Would you take us closer to the first temple?
I mean, I suppose if you are taking the curse away,
We will certainly try.
I will get you close to there, but not there.
Fair enough. I offer the rabbit person some alcohol.
He takes it and drinks heavily of it and then hands it back to you.
Um, if he starts to lead us that way, before I pull, like, I ask him, and who is Erebus?
Ah, ah. Hmm. I would say,
Smarter than
I
he
would
looks,
say,
folks.
I would say about 20 years ago, he left to attempt to gain wealth and riches in the temple. Uh, Hedgehog about this high. Really good with a sword. Not the brightest person, but he could make a really tasty carrot soup.
I see.
And he's the one that created the curse, or he's the one that.
No, no, no. The curse has been there for thousands, thousands of years. Many generations. The legend says that the mountain of the gods was once a natural scaped mountain, and a group of people lived there. Um, Bunnies, foxes, badgers, all kinds of people lived there. And some say it was a fox, some say it was a raccoon, some, well, ill informed people say it could have been a rabbit, angered the gods, and they struck the mountain into perfect shape and cursed it so that our people could no longer live there.
As an aside, kind of trying to be discreet to the bard, Adin, uh, I want to inquire how serious you are of recruiting and sacrificing these rabbit folk.
Oh, that was purely in jest.
Okay.
I
Because, I
have no
mean,
need of sacrifices to perform my miracles.
well, somebody's kind of full of themselves, but all right. That definitely answered my question. Cool.
So they're having that conversation. I'm having this conversation with the rabbit person. And what did Erebus have to do with that, other than he also went missing?
Ah, he was just trying to go find riches. He was a little bit of an asshole. Um,
This
definitely
asshole.
definitely looking for glory in order to become a rich asshole.
Gotcha. And can you tell us more about the curse? Like, does it give you a third arm, or boils, or make you get old? And then
For
he looks at the other bugbear, the Paranga. Looks at Paranga and just like,
Very funny. If you weren't like so on point right now with this line of questioning, it'd be you and me.
well, no one has really seen the implications of the curse, as no one who has gone in hundreds of thousands of years has ever come back.
These are rabbit generations, right? It's probably only been like 5 actual years.
Well, from implication, you can tell that it is there are other humanoid woodland creatures in this society, but yes, they do have a shorter lifespan. You're not sure how time is scheduled here, so it could be 30 years ago. It could be hundreds of thousands of years ago.
So my stance on all of this is that the paladin doesn't need spell components from sacrificing villagers, and Volo's passed out. So on to the cursed mountain, as far as I'm concerned. Like if there's two roads that diverge in a rabbit wood, like let's go toward the temple. But that's just my vote. So I don't really care. I'm not gonna split the party.
Yeah, no, I was about to ask another question, but that's right. He is asleep now.
Bolo's asleep in the wagon, so he's going wherever the wagon goes.
In that case, I will turn towards the half elf here, who seems like he has some arcane ability. Say, what do you know about cursors?
I know a fair bit about curses.
How bad are they? Are they going to give me a third arm, or boils, or turn me old, or
Depends on the curse.
can I do any of those? Well, the third arm might be helpful, but it'll turn me from a face to a heel, probably. Well, maybe a face. Like deformities go either way, I guess. It's not good for my career. Yeah.
The worst possible curse for you would be one that turns you into a gnome, I think.
There's quite a market for that, actually. Especially if I'm this strong, but as a gnome. I want to be a gnome. I'm just saying, not the worst that could happen. Like being old, that's probably the worst that could happen.
Akaram is going to walk up beside you, Raoul, and softly place a hand on your shoulder. And Iker Blight is going to say, "Don't worry. They'll take care of you if you have a curse."
So I get creeped out by Akaram touching me, and then I get double creeped out by even though I've seen it before, he's still not used to it. And the soft touch plus the voice. Yeah. I just start pulling the cart wherever Porunga or Seklin tells me to at this point.
Straight on to the mountain, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. I just kind of sit back and I'm just strumming away on my mandolin.
Mikey, hold on.
Yep.
Akram removed his cloak and put it in the cart. What the hell do they actually look like?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Akram is very slender, pale, androgynous, long black hair that's been braided up and back. Um, Outfit is essentially just a black cloth vest and very, I guess, easiest equation is palazzo pants, black flowy, like constantly in motion when they are in motion. There is, without the cloak, you can see the pendant with um, a woman's face on it. The two eyes are black stones.
Intriguing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Before we leave the rabbit, I'm going to reach into my satchel and pull out a carrot that I typically. Now, I know these are yours, but I did break his stick. I do feel a little bad about that. And I hand the bunny a carrot and say, I'm terribly, terribly sorry about your staff.
Well, that's just racist as far as I'm concerned from my studies, but you know, you do you.
They just said they enjoyed carrot stew. That is not on me.
The rabbit folk takes the carrot and begins chomping down on it while walking you guys towards what you assume is a temple.
Did you like my Carl Urban picture, Mikey? Was that accurate?
I cannot look at pictures right now.
Oh, sorry. I
It's okay.
posted it in GM Corner.
Let's see, I posted a picture above that of what I envision Akram looks like when he has his hat and stuff on.
Okay, well, let's see. We will dismiss the talking heads for a second and we'll go check these out. I love that hat. I love
It's
that
a good
hat. Like, there is no hat when the cloak is up. But as soon as the cloak comes off and is folded, the hat just expands. Okay. That's great.
I just imagined his hair looking like that, sorry, from what you described.
Well, it's not shaved on the sides. It is full. But the braid comes
Fair.
up across and then down. So you guys travel for 2 days in the direction of the temple.
Is Volo asleep the whole time? Because that'd be fantastic.
That is up to Volo.
How many long rests can we get in? I just started one. Can I get in a second one before we get there?
You
2
could.
days?
Yeah.
He's like a sleep hobbit. Like, what about second rest? Fuck.
So I'm going to use my Master Scrivener ability, and upon waking on each of those rests, the rest of the party will see me pull out my spell book as I wake up, and I'll take a scroll and I'll just kind of touch it to the book for a minute, and then I'll put that in my like my scroll cases. So what I do is that my awakened spell book essentially can just create one scroll a day for me out of anything that's in it. So I'm actually going to do a cone of cold scroll. Fuck it, make it two of those, 2 cone of cold scrolls.
Do you continue to talk to whatever it is you're talking to?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yes, I think the cone of cold is an excellent spell.
Okay.
You know,
I'm gonna roll
I'm gonna need
insight.
that. You don't? You don't think I'll need that?
Volo to see if I think he is talking to himself or whether I think he is talking to some other being that I can't see. Is that acceptable? I feel okay. Gotcha. The insight is a +8. Oh god. 19 plus 8.
From that inside check, you are aware that Volo is talking to something or someone that is not of himself.
Okay, cool. That's all I'm trying. Yeah.
Yeah, if this goes on for 2 days, then at some point Shoklin is going to cast a magic mouth near where Volo is sitting, so that it's going to talk back.
Shoklin, what's your race? You're an elf.
Half elf.
Okay. After you play your magic mouth trick, yes, I suppose the half elf does think he's quite clever. No, I don't think he understands how it works at all. It's clear.
During these
That's
two,
true. The world is full of inferior wizards. I say it all the time. People should have to be licensed to practice this.
that's perfect. About the time that you say that to the entity that you are speaking to, Akram darts out from behind a tree and is essentially frolicking and playing with a horde of skeletal woodland creatures.
Now that's something you don't see every day. How terrible.
Yeah, I agree. That's just not natural, Cole. D- I don't like that one bit.
Oh, look at how much fun they're having.
Raul stops the cart, puts it down, says, "All right," and does this a couple of times and casts detect evil and good.
Okay. Um, what is the wording of that spell exactly?
For the duration, you know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, uh, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. A thin sheet of lead is a weird choice. I have to be honest. It's like, what is this, an X-ray? What the fuck? Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
That's along the lines of the spell components for fireball, or I mean, you're essentially throwing a bomb made of bat guano and coal, and so yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so all of the skeletal woodland creatures are undead. Akram is not.
That's all I get. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I really thought that would pop up whatever the fuck Lolo was talking to as well. Yeah. All right. Well, just like a game of Guess Who, Bolo. All right. Yeah. I know it's not. I know it's not 6 different things. Yeah. Right now. Yeah. And you haven't desecrated it recently. Yeah.
You are muted or not coming through. Yes.
Do
Oh,
do do.
I just disconnected and came back in.
Yep. You good?
Yep, yep, yep.
No,
You're still
Mike's.
making no sound.
Not making sound.
No, you
No,
are.
you are.
Jonathan is not.
Oh,
This Discord call is getting a straight line face at the end.
Go out and come back in, Jonathan.
He was very animated earlier, and I couldn't hear him. But
Doo-doo.
Do, 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 do.
Hello.
Hello. Perfect.
Hello.
Didn't rejoin the channel. It just loaded into the channel. Anyhow, all I was thinking was like, I wonder if Denier is disconnected from Volo and Volo is like sending godly voicemail or what's going on there.
Nice tower. Aw.
Anyway, I'm ready to continue. Sorry, it wasn't worth all this.
We do not have video on you. We just have your VCam splash.
I'm working
There
on
we
it.
go.
Sorry.
Okay. I was just making sure you were aware.
Yeah, I have the stream open. I can see that as well.
Okay.
So yeah. Everybody has a nice little 2-day travel. Anybody else do anything specific?
I discern where we are, like what plane this is. Did anyone say? Did I recall?
No.
Great. Then I asked the rabbit folk, whose name I don't also recall.
He hasn't given it to you.
Right. So I asked him politely, "What do you hail by? And also, what does this land hail by?"
He tilts his head for a second, thinking about the second question. Well, first, the easy one. I am Arnoth. And you are in the forest.
Good enough.
West of the ices, east of the fires, south of the mountain of the god. We don't talk about the north.
We're not north of anything. That seems inadequate.
Oh, there is something there. We don't speak about the wastelands.
The Wastelands?
What is theirs in the east and the west?
The
East.
note taker bugbear over here doing his best. The ices and the fires, respectively, if I
Yes,
recall.
that is correct.
And then something and the wastes. The mountain where we're headed, and the wastes. A rock in several hard places.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Arnoff. We appreciate your guidance. How we made it? I thought we made it pretty far within 20 minutes. How far away is this temple, this mountain?
Well, we've been traveling for 2 days.
2 days.
Right, but Winifred could see it. Fuck, it's far.
It is far.
It was the size of 5 water needs. It was huge.
That is a great note. I had failed to recall that. You're right.
Yeah.
So the temple
I'm
was
gonna divine smite the temple.
It could fit the population of 5 water deeps.
Game over, man. Like, let's go home.
Never mind. I think we are going to need that spell. I'm glad we added that.
Oh, good. He's awake. Fuck.
I'm gonna figure this out.
No. You said it. You were right.
Did he in his library in the sky? Like, this motherfucker keeps calling me. I don't even read his books.
Guys, I got to give a 10-minute warning.
Okay. Where are we at? Yeah.
We keep, I mean, like, as long as everybody else is fine with it, like, Raul just keeps pulling the cart, like, towards, if he gets a night's sleep, he's going to pull the cart, however long he can pull the cart.
Okay.
He just dredges along like half awake.
So close to the evening of the second day, you come up to an area where the trees stop. There is an unkept line of ropes creating a gate around the tree line, and you can see this humongous temple in front of you.
Does it seem sinister? Do we feel cursed?
Neither.
Howdy ho, bugbear. Fuck Raoul.
Your rabbit guide will nod as you pass the rope line and say, "Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. I hope that you take the curse far away and you survive and everything is wonderful and blessings upon you. May the snow goddess come down and grace your path. Goodbye." And he bolts.
Wait.
What?
Shit. Oh,
You scared off Arnoth. Good job.
I was gonna go.
No,
Yeah.
he turns.
Like, I could tell Bolo really wants to hang out with you. So, like, if we get the curse away, can we come back to your village?
As long as you do not bring the curse back to the village and into the forest, then yes, you may come visit after you remove, dissipate, destroy the curse if you are not removed, dissipated yourself.
I can't wait. We'll see how your people dance and how they make revelry. Oh, how exciting.
Maybe after all this is said and done, we can come like vacation here, guys. But like for right now,
Raul walks up beside Bolo now because he's just so fucking curious. And just pats him on the back and says, "Yes, revelry."
So I can
that's a
I
big
can
word.
cast ritual spells without taking the time. I'm trying to figure out how that works, but I have that ability. Oh, when I cast a wizard spell as a ritual, I can use the spell's normal casting time instead of the um, ritual time. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Detect Magic as a ritual, so not using the spell slot.
Okay. And what are you focusing
So
on
I
as
just
you
pull up,
detect?
I pull out my spell book and I kind of look towards it and I say, "Yeah, yeah, that one. Yeah, the speedy version though."
And what are you focusing on to start?
We're right in front of the temple, right?
Yes.
The temple and the entryway and the path up to the door.
The entryway definitely glows of magic.
It's a magic door, guys. Magic door up here.
Yeah, you're gonna need some blue light glasses, bud.
You can see there are tall torches around the walkway that leads up. Those are also magical.
It's a magic door with this, guys.
Judging by the evocation that is on them, they probably just light up once the sun goes down.
What kind of magic on the doorway?
Yeah, I was confused by the evocation as well. That's concerning.
I mean, why is it concerning?
Evocation fires blow up.
No, it creates stuff. It doesn't have to be fireball.
What kind of magic on the doorway itself, Mikey?
Let's see.
Raul's gonna open that door for you.
You fucking
He's
know it.
he's ready.
It is a intricate pattern of conjuration and abjuration.
All right. So Shocklin
Raul,
conjures a battering ram. The cart disappears and a battering ram appears in Shacklin's hands.
Volo speaking to nobody, as always. Yes, it does seem like it's an interesting spell, isn't it? No, I'm not going to just walk right up and open it. I think we ought to think about this for a while. Well, I don't know. You think I should just grab? I'm not doing that.
Raul, grab that battery ram and go to town.
Oh, he seems like he has that thing. Yeah.
Oh no, Shockland lets go of it and the battering ram just begins moving towards the door on its own.
Volo backs up.
At what kind of speed?
It moves at 30 feet per turn.
Okay. That's pretty decent. As it comes in contact with the door, it vanishes.
It could have been you, Raul. Gosh. I believe in you.
No,
Do I feel like it was dispelled, or does it just go elsewhere?
Arcana check.
Arcana.
Volo, if you would like to make the same check, you have advantage on it.
I mean, I was watching as well.
24.
Hmm.
24 on Arcana.
Okay.
All right, I got 4 plus. So I got an 18.
Okay. Barunga, do you have a roll?
I wasn't. I didn't know I was allowed one. Hold on.
Everyone's allowed
That's-
to observe.
That's not a great one. Hold. 17.
The two lower rolls, you can tell that it disappeared. It was
Like
not. It was not dispelled. It disappeared.
Okay.
Volo, with your detect magic and that roll, the conjuration aspects of the weave that is on this door are the ones that activated when it hit, and you can tell that wherever it went, it was teleported.
Volo was the one who said it was a magic door, right? Originally.
Yes.
All right. I feel like my insight and wisdom is strong enough to put two and two together as far as magic door. Volo said it. Battery ram disappeared. So, magic door, right?
Yeah, yes.
Go, buddy.
Okay.
You got this.
But, like, if I'm not gonna die.
I'm surprised you're not inside already.
So I take out my mandolin and I strum a particular tune that casts Dispel Magic on the door.
Okay. Can you roll me a check with your spellcasting modifier?
Yes. So that is a dirty 20.
Wonderful. The door is no longer magical.
Now it's gonna be harder to open. Watch.